In 1919, during the aftermath of World War I, German representatives were summoned to Versailles to negotiate the terms of peace. They arrived hoping for discussion, diplomacy, and compromise. But what they faced was something very different. The Allies, especially the French and the British, had already made up their minds. The treaty was to be imposed, not debated. As the Germans protested paragraph after paragraph, passionately explaining why the terms were too harsh, how their economy would collapse, how the people would suffer, they kept talking and talking, hoping that more words would soften the blow. But their endless explanations only made them look weak. Instead of showing strength or gaining empathy, their desperation made the victors feel justified in punishing them even more. Had they spoken less, with quiet defiance, with short and sharp responses, they might not have won the negotiation, but they wouldn't have appeared so powerless. Because in the world of power, too many words don't buy you favor, they only reveal your fear. This law isn't about silence, it's about precision, it's about control. And in this episode, we're diving deep into how the less you say, the more power you hold. Welcome to the 48 Laws of Power. People believe that when they speak more, they're explaining better, persuading deeper and building trust. But this is an illusion. The truth is, when we speak too much, we often give away the very things that should remain hidden. Our emotions, our insecurities, our limits. Power thrives in ambiguity. When someone doesn't know exactly what you're thinking, they fill in the blanks themselves, often attributing to you more strength, intelligence, or strategy than you might even possess. Think of the people you've admired or feared the most. Were they the ones constantly explaining themselves? Or were they the ones who stayed quiet, observed, and spoke only when necessary? Silence isn't weakness. It's a weapon, and the most powerful warriors use it wisely. Psychologically, humans are uncomfortable with silence. In conversations, we feel the need to fill every gap with something. A joke, an explanation, even meaningless small talk. But the brain interprets silence as dominance. When someone pauses before answering or offers minimal responses, it triggers uncertainty in the other person. They begin to think, are they judging me? Do they know something I don't? Why aren't they responding? This discomfort builds tension, and tension equals power. In negotiations, debates, and even casual conversations, the one who controls the tempo, the rhythm of when to speak and when to stay silent, controls the room. Robert Greene warns us, people will say anything when pressured. Confessions, plans, mistakes. Let them speak. Let them talk themselves into a trap. And while they do, stay silent. Smile and watch. Even in the modern world, high-level CEOs, top lawyers, and military strategists are trained in this law. In high-stakes environments, saying less can shift the balance entirely. A pause, a nod, or a short, "we'll think about it," can dismantle pressure better than any paragraph could. If silence is so powerful, why do we resist it? The answer lies in fear. Fear of being misunderstood, fear of being judged, fear of losing control. We believe that if we don't keep talking, people will assume the worst. But ironically, the opposite is true. The more we explain ourselves, the more we reveal our fears, our doubts, and our lack of power. Speaking too much often stems from a desire to be liked or validated, but power isn't built on validation. It's built on discipline. Social media and modern communication have trained us to overshare, to constantly comment, to always have a take. But true power lies in restraint. Knowing when not to speak is a superpower most people will never develop. So how can we apply this law in our own lives, not as manipulators, but as people who want to master emotional control and influence? First, practice the pause. When someone asks a question, don't rush to respond. Take 2 seconds. Breathe. Then speak slowly and clearly. Second, embrace minimalism in conversation. If one sentence does the job, don't use 3. Let others carry the conversation. People love to hear themselves talk. Give them that stage and they'll think you're wise simply for listening. Third, in moments of conflict, resist the urge to over-explain. Silence can be more powerful than defense. If someone accuses you unfairly, a simple, "I don't think that's accurate," lands harder than a 5-minute justification. And lastly, build mystery. You don't have to share everything you think, feel, or plan. The less people know about your internal world, the more they respect it. Mystery is magnetism. When to break the rule. Like every law, this one has exceptions. There are moments when silence can be mistaken for ignorance, or when clear communication is necessary for leadership. Great leaders know when to speak and when not to. They understand that language is a tool, not a crutch. Speaking strategically is very different from speaking excessively. There are times when you'll need to give clarity, instruction, or comfort, but even then, control your tone, your length, and your rhythm. Speak with intention, not impulse. Silence isn't passivity, it's presence. It shows that you are listening, observing, calculating. It suggests that you are not desperate for approval or reaction. You're in control. Think of powerful animals, lions, panthers, eagles. They don't make noise unless they must, and when they do, it's to strike. You can be the same, whether in relationships, negotiations, or public settings. Always remember, the person who talks least often holds the most power. Let others guess. Let them wonder. Let them doubt. Because power isn't just about what you say. It's about what you don't. In the end, mastering silence is about mastering yourself. And once you do, you become unpredictable. And unpredictability is a kind of invincibility. In the next law, we'll go even deeper. What if I told you that your reputation is more valuable than anything you own? And once it's destroyed, no silence can save you.